This is my 2016 contest entry video for your baby red bearded dragon. This is my bearded dragon, Smog. She is a female hypo het leatherback. I'll give you a close look. She's a sweet girl. She's a pig. She's got a nice fat belly. She's about 7 or 8 months old. I love her to death. She is around, last time I measured her, she was around 16 inches. I don't have a scale to weigh her, but I mean, just by looking at her belly and the fat of her tail, she's healthy, and she looks like she's at the perfect weight. So now I'm just gonna talk about her enclosure. This is a 4x2x2 melamine enclosure that I custom built for her. It took me about 2 hours to build because my brother's a carpenter, so we kind of just gunned it out. But this is the enclosure. So I'm going to talk about lighting first, because in my opinion that's the most important. So right here, this is a 100 watt power sun bulb, which is a mercury vapor bulb that contains UVB and heat in one heat source. And she's had one of these all her life. I replace this every 7 to 8 months because these do last a little bit longer than the fluorescent tubes, so you can get a couple months extra out of them. So I replace it every 7 to 8 months. And that warm side over there is usually about 105 to 110 degrees, but she knocked the probe off, if you can see it hanging back there. So the temperature in there now is 88 degrees, but again, she knocked the probe off, and the humidity is at 32%, but that's because I just had the door open. Usually the humidity is at like 25. This is her cold side, and that's a ceramic heat emitter, 60 watt ceramic heat emitter, and that keeps this side at about 85 to 9, anywhere from 80 to 85 degrees, which is the perfect temperature. I just leave this open a little bit, that way she gets some nice airflow to go through, and that big gap is to help run my cords through and get some air circulation in there. So for substrate I use paper towel. I don't use sand or Repti carpet. I don't like that stuff either. I'd rather just use paper towel. I have used newspaper, but I mean, it's kind of like a tough thing to use. I'd rather just use paper towel because I can rip out sections like that and take them out when I need to. The newspaper is kind of like I have to take out the entire newspaper just to replace a little section. So I'd rather use the paper towel. So now I'm gonna move over to what I feed her. Right here for her greens, she gets, if I can open this, she gets some arugula leaves, and do this with one hand, some baby kale. She likes the kale more than the arugula, which is weird, but I mean, whatever, as long as she eats her greens, I don't care. And then some shredded carrots. So when she was a baby, I would feed her greens twice out of the week, so she'd get insects 5 days out of the week. But now that she's a juvenile reaching, an adult, she eats greens 4 times a week, and she has her insects 3 times a week. And every time I feed her these, I sprinkle it with Herptivite multivitamin, and I also sprinkle the insect food with this as well. So now I'm going to talk about the insects. This is like my dubia bin. There's a thermostat here, and this is usually on some FlexWatt heat tape, but I took it off just so I could show you guys the bin. So in here is some banana that you can see they've eaten into, and one's chowing down now. And here's half an apple that they've destroyed. So I really like gut loading my feeders before I feed them to her. That way I know she's getting the best. As you can see, there's all of these. I did order a small dubia colony from you guys yesterday, so just waiting on that to come in, and then I can start breeding dubias. That way I have an sort of endless supply, because these are my favorite feeders. But when she's not feeling dubias, I feed her crickets. And in here again, they've chowed down on that banana. Looks like some of them have touched the apple, but they're favoring the banana more. There's about 200 to 300 crickets in here. These are only when, you know, she's not eating dubias and I need her to eat an insect for the week. I give her these. I also feed her hornworms, superworms, phoenix worms, and occasional waxworms, but hornworms are really hard to get a hold of, so they're not that often. And I'm actually out of superworms, who are usually in here, but I do feed her all those worms. If you watched my previous videos, I show videos where I'm feeding her, you know, black soldier larvae, waxworms, phoenix worms, superworms, hornworms, all those worms. So I do feed her those, I just don't have them in this video. Every time I feed her an insect, I sprinkle it with vitamin D3 calcium powder. Even the hornworms, even though they're packed with calcium, I still sprinkle them on there anyways. For gut loading her feeders, I usually throw this cricket quencher in there. It has all these sort of nutritional facts and stuff on the back. I've found this to work, and a lot of people think the same way. I've been looking up how to make roach chow, but I can't really find one that seems the best. So for hydration, I usually give her this spray bottle. I spray it over her face, and whatever drips down, she'll drink from it. But I also bathe her twice a week. When she's shedding, I bathe her 4 times a week, so that way she's getting, you know, helping her get that skin off. Also, when she's going into shed, I put one of these rocks in there. That way she can rub up against it and help get that shed off. And so that's how I care for her. This is everything I feed her. She's offered greens every day, but most of the day she won't really touch them because she'd rather just eat bugs still. Because I'm still trying to get her to eat more greens now, since she's getting to that age where she should be eating more greens. So she kind of fights with me to eat those. But when she does eat her greens, she'll eat all of them. I'll put them in there, and she'll eat all of them. So I don't know. She's weird, but so now I'm gonna talk about why I want to win. This is the enclosure that the baby Beardy would be going in. This is a 40-gallon breeder, so it's 3 foot by 18 inches by 16 inches. This is her old tank before I built that one for her. This is where he would go. Paper towel substrate. on the bottom. When obviously if and when I win, I'd be putting the paper towel in there for him. I ordered. I love bearded dragons, and I always have. And as you can tell from my video, I give my bearded dragon top care, and I really love my bearded dragons. He would get nothing but the best care, and he gets smothered with love in my house, whether it's me or my girlfriend. Well, someone's always home, and someone always wants to hold him. She's not really in her enclosure all the time, especially when like I'm out of work or school. I'll take her out, and she runs around my room, or I'll take her out to sunbask, and she loves running around the backyard. So he wouldn't be kept in a cage every single day, all day long. He'd be out running around, having some fun. And I really believe that you don't want to keep your animals locked in a cage all day. You want to hold them and get them used to you, because you wouldn't want to be locked in a cage all day. So he wouldn't be. But yeah, that's why I want to win, because I want to start a collection, possibly pair her up with your baby Red, because I'm telling you that a red hypo leatherback would be a gorgeous baby beardy. And if I do win next spring, when he's ready to breed and she's ready to breed, I'll send you one of their babies. I'll send you the first hatchling from that clutch. So thanks for watching Redrock, and I really appreciate you guys giving everybody the opportunity to win one of your beardies. Even if I don't win, still shout out, thank you for giving all of us the opportunity to win one of your beautiful dragons. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe back if you already haven't. And peace.